Hello and welcome. This is Dayna Rubin. Thank you so much for being here. Today I wanted to talk about a very triggering phrase, and that phrase is barefoot and pregnant. Now, when we hear that phrase, many of you may cringe because the phrase connotes that you are in a low income level, you're ignorant, you are irresponsible, and you don't really have a lot of class. It connotes a trashy situation that you've put yourself in, barefoot and pregnant. So when I grew up and I heard that, it was definitely looked down upon. And it has been used for a very long time as a way to diss someone and disintegrate their ability while they're in that beautiful state of pregnancy. What I want to do today is to change that, to transfer that, and to remind all of you that are watching this what that really means to be barefoot and pregnant, and what it used to mean when we were in a fifth density and fifth dimensional atmosphere. So in the beginning of the human era, when humans were roaming the earth as a fifth density being, they had a very high elevated status of consciousness, basically. There was more love on the planet. There was more compassion and care, not only for each other, but for the earth. Mother Earth was, and still is, a being in the center of the earth that is voluptuous and beautiful, caring, considerate, and an actual soul, an actual being. So when any female walking on the earth was barefoot and pregnant, they were exonerated, they were exalted, they were put on a pedestal. And one of the best things you could do as a pregnant woman in the fifth dimension, in the fifth density, and again, this is many, many years ago, over 10,000 years ago, before any sort of recorded history that we have access to right now. A lot of you may consider that time period the Atlantean, Lemurian, Mu age of this planet, or even more ancient than that. So going back to being barefoot and pregnant in the fifth density, in the fifth dimension, that was a beautiful expression. Because when you were carrying a child and you were bringing life onto this planet, you were able to really connect with Mother Nature. Mother Nature wanted you to really connect on a very deep level. And one of the easiest and the best ways to get grounded is to take off your shoes and walk in nature. So women would take their shoes off, or they would probably always be barefoot at that time, and they would walk through nature, through the forest, on the beach, in a meadow, and they would connect with Mother Earth. The strongest and quickest way to connect to Mother Earth is to be barefoot on the earth plane. And whether it's grass, dirt, rock, or sand, or even concrete that will help you connect to Mother Earth, you have the ability to connect instantly. And you can see this under a microscope. They've taken blood samples of people before they started walking on the earth. And then they let the person earth and do their earthing, grounding, and they came back and they took another blood sample and they saw that the blood was re-energized with electrons. It was any clumping of the blood cells were pushed out, and it does reduce inflammation. It does a bunch of things. I've done a good amount of videos on this. But what it also does is it connects you to Mother Earth. And Mother Earth is looking to connect to you on many levels by sharing DNA. Some of our DNA is just dead cells that falls off of our body, and that goes and seeps into the ground. And then that connection is helping the star seed or the spirit baby move from the ethers, from heaven, from the spirit world, wherever you want to say that they're residing, and move down into the earth plane. So that grounding mechanism of just walking barefoot on earth was just full of ecstasy, basically. So what I'm doing with this video, with my movement, with my humanitarian project, is to bring back the idea and revive the idea of being barefoot on the earth plane while pregnant. It's actually a beautiful thing. It's not that denigrating idea that we had in the past. It's actually something that will help you bring your baby full term. It'll help you stay grounded. It'll help the baby's transition onto the earth plane. So I'm probably going to do another video about this, make it a little bit shorter, a little bit sassier, so it'll get out to more people. But I just wanted to give you a nugget of information today to chew on about grounding, about how it used to be, where women were revered and, kept very sacred. They were loved and adored during this time. And as a society, we really need to get back to that. A lot of us worked up until the day before giving birth. I was one of them, and I did that for both births. Was it easy? Not at all. Was I tired? Absolutely. But that's the way society kind of pushes this on you. It's kind of looked down upon if you take a lot of time off because you look lazy. And I personally didn't want to, I fell into that category of thinking like that. And I know that that is not the way it used to be. And we're reviving a new, reinventing and capturing how it used to be, which is being honored, being respected, and being loved during that time. Because everything that happens to the mother during the pregnancy is happening to the baby. It's imprinting them on an energetic level. So let's make that imprint beautiful like it used to be. So as we move forward, if you say barefoot and pregnant, it's actually a good thing. And that's what I wanted to share today. You can find my work on my website, daynarubin.com. That's D-A-Y-N-A, Rubin, R-U-B-E-N.com. And you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble with the hashtag I am Dayna Rubin. So thank you so much for being here. Feel free to reach out to me. My email address is dayna@daynarubin.com. I'd love to hear from you, hear your take on some of the videos that you've seen, hear your story. And also please sign up for my newsletter that I have a monthly newsletter every month, offering some insight into what's happening on the planet and how we can move the dial in order to feel more wholesome as humanity and as a collective. Thank you, lots of love, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.